We live in the age of the hustle. At this point, there's just no denying it. Even the leader of the free world has been unleashing pump and dump meme coins on the plebs. All hail Emperor Trump! The Nvidia RTX 50 series recently hit the stores and was immediately mired in scandal. It instantly sold out online. Of course, the scalpers who got their hands on them immediately started asking 3 or 4 times the price. There are grumblings of fake AI-generated frame rates used to increase hype and hide mediocre performance. Even the infamous Edward Snowden showed up to put the boot into Nvidia, blasting them for F-tier value and S-tier pricing.
A monopolistic crime against the consumer.
Top-of-the-line $2,000 cards are bricking, and experienced GPU nerds are pointing out that the 5080 model and below are basically dead on arrival due to their limited VRAM capacity, which is going to force buyers to upgrade even sooner than usual. Those of you that are new to the graphics card scene might think this is a shocking one-time whoopsie from the tech behemoth Nvidia. But you would be wrong. Sadly, this is nothing new. When the RTX 4090 released for $1,600, it was fire. No, I mean it was literally setting fire to people's PCs, and it still is. This kind of madness has been going on for more than 15 years, and in this video, we'll be taking a quick tour of the history of Nvidia's hustle and how it's impacted their share price. Don't go anywhere. See you after our theme song and episode teaser.
Yes, the world is going mad. Sigma grind set, what the fuck is that? The middle class taking up their asses, the rich preying on their empty pockets. I'll own nothing and I'll be happy. Make it make sense to me. We're the scum of the earth, and we'll laugh till it hurts. It's Money and Mirth.
So the 50 series is here, and it's causing a stink for all the reasons I just mentioned. The terrible value proposition is summed up pretty nicely in this TechSpot article that compares the last 7 generations of cards. I'll put a link to the description for anyone who wants to dig into this, but the bottom line is that the RTX 5080 is at a power level you would expect in a card labeled a 5070, and the 5070 is more like a 5060. So in English, what this means is that Nvidia are trying to convince people to pay a higher price for lower performance, and they are doing this by choosing naming conventions that the masses have been trained to associate with top-tier cards. But hey, honest mistakes can happen, right? I mean,
Maybe they just mixed up the numbering.
no. Nvidia tried the exact same hustle with the previous generation, the RTX 40 series. After the initial launch hype died down and the noise of the complaints were impossible to drown out, Nvidia was forced to rebrand their 4080 12GB card to a 4070 Ti and reduce the cost from $899 to $799. The RTX 20 series was even worse. The 20 series was hyped up as bringing in massive new features like ray tracing and DLSS, and as a result, Nvidia took the opportunity to increase their flagship model by an eye-watering 40%, only for fanboys to realize the card wasn't actually much faster than the 1080 Ti, and no games even supported all those fancy new features they just paid for. Funnily enough, Nvidia insiders are drawing the same parallels between the 50 series and the 20 series, so everyone knows what they're up to. Personally, I love paying 50% more for features that I will never use, and I guess the same goes for all those people that upgrade to the latest
Shut
iPhone.
up and take my money.
Consumerism!
For the GTX 10 series, Nvidia weren't satisfied with only raiding their fans' coffers, and instead, they turned against their board design partners by introducing the Founders Edition card. This was a cute double whammy. Number one, they put a premium price on their own reference design board, whilst ensuring stock was generally more available than usual. This meant that less aware consumers were overpaying for a standard item, potentially thinking it was something special due to the name. Number two, they ate into the market share of their board design partners by offering a directly competing product. Before this first Founders Edition, Nvidia was not selling directly to consumers. The scandal before this came from the GTX 970. Take a look at this article. Nvidia straight up lied about the specifications of this card and were then hit with a class action lawsuit. As the complainants put it,
Through their concerted efforts, defendants engaged in a scheme to mislead consumers nationwide about the characteristics, qualities, and uses and the benefits of the GTX 970.
Nvidia were forced to refund everybody $30 and then reduce their asking price. I'm guessing that didn't really hurt them. When the GTX 680 released, GPU nerds were quick to smell a rat. The specification looked more like a mid-range card, but with top-tier pricing. At the time, AMD simply didn't have any strong cards, so there was no reason at all for Nvidia to bring out their best toys. So in this case, Nvidia were just taking advantage of favorable free market dynamics. But what if this isn't really a free market? In my video, BlackRock and Vanguard Own Everything, the global pyramid scheme, I mentioned that the CEOs of AMD and Nvidia are actually related. So these cousins just so happen to this is random.
Nothing to see here.
These family members happen to run the two main GPU companies, and we are expected to believe that they are not colluding, despite the consistent string of anti-consumer behaviors and the total lack of competition in the market. Here's what I believe. That story is just a cover-up. Jensen Huang is Lisa Su, and Lisa Su is Jensen Huang. I'm kidding. I think. Okay. Anyway, those of you paying close attention may have noticed I missed the RTX 30 series. Shockingly, it was actually well received, but even a broken clock is correct twice. So what do you think these scandalous GPU releases did to the value of Nvidia shares each time they made a boo-boo? Let's take a look at the chart. Okay, 680, tiny drop, but then ClostriX is saying you should think about buying. 970, only up. 10 series, more up. Okay, Nvidia is now up 1,000% despite the scandals. 20 series, bit of a dip here, but that was also during a wider market sell-off. And again, we can see it might be time to buy. 30 series, up. Big market-wide bear crash in tech, metaverse, and crypto here. 40 series, up. 50 series, as long as this trend holds, it looks like more up. But at the time of recording, we've got the seeds being planted for an AI rug pull as the DeepSeek narrative has disrupted the market. If the same thing happens as the metaverse rug pull in 2022, we could see a bigger slump and then, of course, another pump. The moral of the story, consumers getting screwed over is nothing new, and Nvidia have lots of new buyers due to the crypto mining and AI boom. So the average gamer is now more dispensable to Nvidia than ever before. But hey, if you don't like the way they are treating you, then give your money to AMD. AMD's share price is currently 50% down from the highs, but rumors are pouring in declaring their new RX 9070 and 9070 XT models to be the answer to mid-range gamers' Nvidia problems. Oh wait, I'm actually being an idiot. I totally forgot that they're actually being run by the same family as Nvidia. And behind that, BlackRock and Vanguard own large shareholdings in both of them. So you are screwed, my nerdy gamer friends. Your money will be feeding the ongoing cycle of monopolistic profiteering and consumer control no matter what you choose, unless you accept that the only game you need to play is old school Age of Empires 2 with those tasty 2D sprites. Look, what else are we gonna do? I recommend you buy some lube and do some stretches, because board partners have now joined the scalpers. Because f it, hyperinflation is awesome! If you want to learn more about how the global economy and everyone in it are carefully manipulated, you should check out my book, The Human Simulation. You can get it for free when you sign up at our website, moneyandmirth.com. Inside, you'll find out how to turn this manipulation into money and how to avoid becoming the NPC our overlords want you to be. You can find links to that and other unique opportunities down below. Check them out, and whilst you're here, you might want to watch this video to learn more about market manipulation, or this video if you want to know what cryptobiotic bacteria have to do with making money. I'm a consumer clown living in the age of the hustle, and I'll see you again.